If I don't do anything, this is what my day looks like. Okay, time to get up. Let me just see what's happening for 5 minutes. Maybe another 5 minutes. Oh my god, it's already 9:30. Oh man, I really don't feel like doing this. Feels bad, man. Now, if I do my self-discipline tricks, this is what my day looks like. Okay, I guess it's time to get up. The fridge is locked, right? Okay, well, I think I might as well get on with my day. Let's get dressed. Oh, maybe I'll go for a walk. Well, everything is still locked, so I better get to it. Okay, now let's talk about each of these trickeries that I do to make myself more self-disciplined. And I say self-discipline like this because it's not really self-discipline. It's more like environment designing so that I don't need to rely on being self-disciplined. So the first big difference between the before and the after actually starts the night before, which is locking my fridge and my phone. There's this thing over here. This is called a kitchen safe. What it is actually really simple. It's just a box and it has a lock on it. So you just put stuff in the box and then you change the dial into however long it is that you want to put it for, and then you just lock it and it doesn't unlock until that time happens. Let's ignore the fact that I actually broke mine, but it's still fine. It works. So your initial reaction might be the same as the initial reaction of the sharks on Shark Tank.
I'm listening. And it says, I'm a piece of crap.
So you might think this is funny, but don't laugh too hard because they did end up cutting a deal for 20% of the company for $100K. But you want to guess how much it's worth now? It's worth $5.6 million. And that's because it specifically exploits a part of human psychology, which is willpower. And willpower is defined as control exerted to do something or restrain oneself from impulses. Now, the key thing is that willpower is expendable. As you're going throughout the day and you're kind of forcing yourself to do things that you may not want to do, like go to work or study, and you're resisting temptations like not eating a cookie, not like laying in bed and watching anime, things like that. Slowly, your willpower starts being chipped away. And as the day goes on, you become tired. And it becomes harder and harder in order to get yourself to practice willpower. Because you're literally putting things in and just locking it away, you no longer depend on willpower anymore. At nighttime, I lock away my phone and my fridge. So phone, pretty easy, just stick in the phone. But for my fridge, I had to be a little bit more creative because you cannot put your entire fridge into the lockbox. So what I do is I actually got these fridge locks and I lock my fridge using these locks and I put them into the box, lock it, and then set it for 12 p.m. And this has literally changed my life, because it eliminates two of my biggest procrastination vices. The first one is eating random things. Like, I am the kind of person that just randomly eats things when I'm bored, randomly eat things when I'm stressed. I just eat random things in general. And the second one is my phone, which is just full of distractions. So because I no longer have my biggest procrastination vices, I'm like, there's nothing for me to do. So I'm just like, okay, I guess I better start my day then. Because I set the timer for 12 p.m., I'm able to spend that entire morning working really deeply in the most important things that I have to do. And there's another reason I set it for 12 p.m. as well. And this is because I do intermittent fasting from 10 o'clock until 12 o'clock. I am a big believer that if you can get your mornings correct, your entire day is much, much better. Like, you're kind of setting yourself up for success. So at this point, you might be like, Tina, that sounds all great and stuff, but how can I possibly lock my phone away until 12 p.m. Like, what if something comes up? What if there's an emergency? I get it. I had the same concerns, which is why it took me so long to actually start doing this. But what I finally convinced myself of, the reality, is that I really don't need my phone. Like, for me personally, I have an iPad over here. And really, my iPad can do everything that my phone can do. And for those of you who don't have an iPad, you can always consider switching your phone to a dumb phone. Some other ideas, if you're living with someone else, you can lock away your phone and borrow their phone, or you could just like give them your phone so you can't access it. I know many of you guys watching this are going to be super skeptical, but just try it for like one night, or like just try it for a few hours. How about that? Try it and let me know in the comments how that works out for you. So next thing, the next trickery I do in order to be more self-disciplined is to get an alarm clock. Is it focused? I don't know. But this is my alarm clock. So this came out of necessity. So because I don't have my phone anymore because I locked it away, I needed a way to set an alarm. I do have to share something pretty embarrassing. When I first got this, I was so paranoid that for some reason it's just gonna break and it's not gonna work and I'm not gonna be able to wake up on time. And then I'm just like, Tina, seriously, people have been using alarm clocks, like manual alarm clocks, for centuries. Like, it is not gonna fail. And I'm happy to report that my paranoia was completely uncalled for, and this alarm clock still works. It's worked every single time for the past 6 months. Now, in order to put all these trickeries of the mind in place, you have to make sure that you put them in place as habits, or else it would not work. Everything would just fall apart. Which today's sponsor of the video can help us do that. Thank you, Fabulous, for sponsoring today's video. Fabulous is the #1 self-care app to help you build better habits and achieve your goals. Fabulous is like a digital coach that uses behavioral science to help you develop great habits and routines so that you can live the life that you want. Fabulous has 2 approaches. The first one is habit tracking, where you can pick among more than 100 recommended habits or create your own. The second one is dedicated programs, which are behavioral change programs designed specifically to achieve your well-being goals, like establishing a strong foundation and being more mindful. Fabulous refers to these as journeys, so you're going on a journey to better yourself. Some recommended habits that I have on my list are drink water, fasting, and going for a short walk. And I absolutely love that you can also put in custom habits, like lock your fridge at night. I really love that Fabulous is designed to be flexible because each person has different needs. With Fabulous Premium, you're able to build and improve an unlimited number of habits into your routine and also take part in all the programs and exercises, including the coaching as well as group exercises. Start building your ideal routine today. The first 100 people who click on this link over here, also linked in description, will get a 25% off Fabulous subscription. All right, back to the video. Okay, so now after I wake up, stumble out of bed, the next thing I do after going and washing my face, brushing my teeth, all those different things, is to get dressed. I like to wear the same thing pretty much every day. I like to do this mostly because it really reduces my cognitive load, and it also just reduces decision fatigue. Which decision fatigue is defined as refers to the deteriorating quality of decisions made by an individual after a long session of decision making. So I don't know about you, but for me personally, I'm not really a big fashion person, so I don't really want to be spending my few precious brain cells on things like choosing what clothes I'm gonna wear. So I just own multiples of the same clothes so I don't have to choose. This t-shirt, this black t-shirt, I have like 10 of them. I also have a couple shorts. I used to have a lot more pants, but Beep Beep decided to eat my pants. Beep Beep, bad boy. So every single day, all I have to do is get up in the morning, grab my uniform, and then get ready. If you are a fashion person, then definitely feel free to skip this step. For those of you who also don't really care that much, try it out. I think it will streamline your morning so much. All right, so at this point, I have managed to get dressed and stumble out of my bedroom. The next thing I'm gonna do is to plan my day. I do something called a brain dump on Sundays, and that's how I plan my entire week. I'm not gonna go into too much detail here, but you can check out the video over here where I go into the entire system. So I plan my week, and then for each day, I would have a couple tasks, 1 or 2 tasks, generally 1 task that I deem to be the most important for that day. So for each day, I would double check to see if that is still the most important task. And then I would write out the rest of my day. There was a research study that was done on people who got hip replacement surgeries. So for those of you who don't know, hip replacement surgery is extremely painful, but ironically, in order to recover from the hip replacement surgery, you need to be exercising, you need to be moving, and it's excruciatingly painful, I hear at least. So a lot of people end up not recovering as much as they could be because it just hurts so much in order to do this thing, and they just keep pushing it off. Some researchers came in and wanted to see how it is that they can get people to exercise more. And so they did a study. The control group is just left to their own devices. The test group was assigned to write down what it is that they're going to do, what are the exercises they're going to do, and when it is they're going to do it. One of the examples in the study was, I'm going to go pick up my wife at 5 p.m. after her work. And just by doing that, writing down the action and the time in which you're going to do it, they found that people who did this was significantly more likely to do the exercise and therefore were able to heal much faster and better. So what I do here for my day planning is based on this research study. And what I do is write down the action and the time. So today, for example, I have over here 2 p.m. is to film this video. And for 8 p.m. over here, I have write the proposal, both of which are going to be at home. I just keep this around with me at all times. Have in my pocket, next to the desk when I'm working. I've really been embracing the analog thing because I don't have my phone anymore. It's been really great because I just have this paper with me that exactly tells me what I should be doing at whatever time it is. So whenever I catch myself like not knowing what I'm supposed to be doing or procrastinating, I'm like, yes, that's what it is I should be doing. So no excuses. After I plan my day and I look around my desk, I very conveniently see this strategically placed shoes. And that gives me a reminder that I can go for a walk. This is a decision point because sometimes I do go for a walk. Sometimes I look at it and I really want to work, but the whole purpose of it being here is that I do notice it and it reminds me that I could be going for a walk. And this is the trickery that is colloquially known by out of sight, out of mind. There's been a bunch of studies as well that show that if you leave things in prominent places, that you're more likely to use those things and do those things, and vice versa. I absolutely love this so much because it's literally based upon the two human tendencies of us being lazy and us forgetting stuff. Make it easier to do and you're more likely to do it. Make it hard to do, then you're less likely to do it. This combination of things is usually enough to get me to 12 p.m. So I would be working, and then when I get sick of working, I would go and take a walk because there's no phone, there's no food, there's nothing better to do. And then I would come back and then I would just do that for the next few hours until 12 o'clock, and my box unlocks and I am able to eat things. After I eat, generally my day becomes a lot more chill. I would work on some other tasks that don't require as much deep work because I already got that done in the beginning of the day. And after that, I would just go to the gym, kind of chill, watch some anime, for example. So major takeaways from this video. So these trickeries to be more self-disciplined is really about designing your environment so that you are able to not rely on your self-discipline. Also, if you get your mornings right, your entire day is just going to be so much smoother. You get the things that you need to get done early throughout the day, and then you can just, do other things after that. Well, I hope this video was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments what you think about these things. Is there a specific thing that you would like to try? Or if there's specific things that you do to have more self-discipline? And I will see you guys in the next video or live stream.